interesting. I originally intended to. Okay, thanks. I originally intended to do a jazz piece. I've been going through some of the old stuff that I've written over the years, and I found a jazz waltz that I wrote in the 80s and put down because I could never get the hands on my guitar to accompany what my voice was doing. It was like, a drummer has to have this hand, this, and this hand going this way, and this foot going this way, and this way. What is that called? Eurythmics? I just didn't have I didn't have the ability to get one hand doing one thing, one hand doing another thing to support a voice doing a third thing. So I put it away. And, but I found it and took it out and played with it today. And oh my God, I can play it. It's like a miracle. And so I was going to share that today, but something came up in the news that I have to honor today. I have to honor this today. So I promise you I will do that song at February. Okay, fourth Wednesday in February, I will do that song. It's called I Like You. You can hold my feet to the fire. So the thing that came up today was an announcement from Vatican City. And I need to say before I do this, I'm going to follow it with a sonnet that I wrote and a parody that I wrote. So a parody, for those of you who don't know, is when you take a melody that already exists and create new lyrics for it, which is how the first song I ever wrote was to the B-side of the 45, 8 Miles High. Yeah, it was. Summer Means New Love. I wrote a whole song to this instrumental. That was the beginning of my songwriting career. So the announcement was Pope Francis criticized laws that criminalize homosexuality as unjust, saying God loves all his children just as they are, and called on Catholic bishops who support the laws to welcome LGBTQ people into the church. And the quote was, "Being homosexual isn't a crime," Francis said during an exclusive interview Tuesday with the Associated Press. I was home by myself. Now, I'm not a Catholic. I don't identify with any of the world religions. I am a deeply spiritual lover of God and everyone else. So, but this piece of news shook me to my core in terms of the possibilities of the reverberations of it into the world for equality, for love of human beings. And so in honor of that, so happy birthday, Deb. In honor of that, a sonnet and a parody. Okay. To be grounded in the growing, spirit-centered daughter, son, to be blissful in the knowing I am neither, both, one. To leave behind the limitations gender's rigid book of rules, free from retribution, condemnation, free to live the life I choose. My continuing involution, my intended cosmic plan. Walking forward with perspective, wisdom, possibility. Sacred step by sacred step, I finally understand. I am reclaiming, not redefining, healthy sexuality. Living rested, balanced, centered, I've adapted and aligned. So there's nothing more for me to do except perhaps to shine. And here's my parody, written in 1999. I don't know if I've ever done either of these publicly before. But I have you poets to thank for this, because you help me understand how important it is to speak those poems out loud. Okay. I am sexual and I'm spiritual. Tell me, what does that mean? Am I a good girl? Am I a bad girl? Or just a human being? If I'm sexual and I'm spiritual, what will the people think? Will they despise me or idolize me? Sometimes this really stinks. Not really gay or straight am I. That makes me stand apart. Innie or outie's great if you're attracted to the head and heart. So I'm telling you, just do all you need to do to become all you could. 'Cause when you're sexual and you're spiritual, the balance feels really good. Bum, bum.